Okay, this calendar we had been working with earlier, but maybe you wanted it to be a square format. So I have a little trick here that could help you to create this in a square format. So you just go ahead and open like normal. Then we're going to come and we're going to go to Edit, and we're going to change album shape. And I'm going to choose square. Now, because I haven't really done any work on this, I'm going to go ahead and say OK, and I'm going to just replace the file. I don't need to save it as new. If it's an album I had already been working on, I would save it as a new file. Then if something happened or I didn't like the results, I haven't changed my first original file. So that's just a little safety precaution there. This one I hadn't done anything, so it was not a problem to go ahead and put it right on top. Now if you remember, a square calendar allows 2 pages per month. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to our cover. And of course, when you change an album shape, you do have to rework it a little bit. I am just going to start on the side here, and I'm going to select everything. And first thing I'll do is just kind of center on my page. And you may say, that looks fine. I'm going to resize a few of the embellishments so they fit my page a little better. So you can see it's really quite easy to go ahead and rearrange your page. Now for the tricks inside. I am going to right click on my thumbnail and I'm going to say duplicate page. And you can see now down here I have got 2 pages that are identical. I'll go ahead and click on the first one because that will be my top image or the top page for that month. And now I'm simply going to delete the calendar grids off. And you can decide if you want your name of your month to be on the top page or on the page with the grids. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on my top page. So I'm just going to reposition it down a little bit. I'm going to move this one across my page so it's completely there. And maybe I'll just reposition these little embellishments over so they're in the same relative position. I'll make the snowman come down here a little bit. And now I'll just resize my photo box. And I think it's cute to have the months overlap the pictures a little bit. You can see I might want to reposition the snowman. I could even make him a little bit bigger if I wanted. And maybe you don't like these little embellishments here, so you'll just go ahead and delete them. So you can see you can just now rearrange your embellishments how you want. And once you think, okay, that's looking pretty good, then you can come over now to your second page. And now you'll delete your embellishments. So maybe we don't want the photo box. Maybe we do want to keep the little banner, so we can leave that for a minute. Maybe you want the snowman, but you're going to make it smaller and just drop it down here on the bottom. And maybe you want to leave the snowflake little embellishments here. And now I'm just going to grab my grids and my dates, and I am just going to reposition them how I might want. Now I could go ahead and resize them, or I might add another box here to add notes on or leave it blank. And I left my dates on the first one, so I can go ahead and delete it here. I think for this case I would just soon have my dates be bigger. Remember, they're in layers here. And so this bottom layer is just a white shape that's been put on that has been, that the opacity has been changed, so it kind of sets the calendar grid off of the background. So I'm going to go ahead and now position my grids, and I'm just going to get it so it's a nice even border all the way around. I think I'm going to bring it up just a little bit though, and then you just simply stretch it to fill your white shape. And maybe I like this little embellishment here. I'm thinking, after all, I don't like the snowman, so I'm going to go ahead and delete him as well as these snowflakes. But maybe I want to bring this border and this strip of paper here down to the bottom, so it kind of gives me a little coordinating look. And maybe I'm going to move these dates up a little bit higher. I think I will need to. Make sure they're centered there. And then I'll grab these 3 embellishments. I'm going to bring them down here. And again, I'll need to resize this one. And now I think it might be nice to have it flipped up so it's going up as well. And so I can just flip it here like this. And maybe I'll put these embellishments on this side. And now we just come back here and we can compare the two pages. So you can see that's how you could change a portrait quick mix to a square or a landscape or whatever shape you wanted to.